Hey everybody, welcome back to the next episode of The Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition. We just completed this. We can go back to the Groundbreaker and complete this quest. Or we can go to Scylla. We'll probably do Scylla, but I think we'll get a bunch of more quests if we go to Scylla. We can go do this one too. I say we do that one. Since we're headed back to the Groundbreaker anyways. HRS
We've reached
1084.
HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Well, let's go check it out. Since we don't know what we're expecting here, let's bring Parvati. And Ellie, just in case.
Don't know how you managed to get Zora and Sanjar in the same room. It's quiet as the grave in here. We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place.
Yeah, it's definitely quiet in this one. So we need to restore the power and override the terminal. Shipping label, 1 case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084. I have a feeling they're going to be all over the place. Signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines, regardless of the cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company-authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposefully stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety asterisk for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. Oh, that's why safety is an asterisk. Okay. Sentries are down. Is this... Ooh, the hunting rifle ultra. Scientist. Terminals off. seems dead in this place, just like the last one. However, this one was manned. At least it seemed like it.
Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
Oof. Yeah, you're telling me. Lab 1084 station security. Unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power below 5%. Terminal in maintenance mode. Restore power supply to station to resume normal terminal operations. I would assume that it resumes, what the heck? We're gonna find out what that's all about. That it resumes the auto mechanicals, things as well. Okay, well, we did that. That's a sealed door. This is the exit. Once those robots start again. We'll be sneaking around here. Crud. Come on, all these doors are sealed. Sorry, guys. Staff only door. A little concussive. Kitchen. The UDL identity cartridge. That'll be nice to have when we turn the power back on, I'm sure. Okay, let's go. Engineering section terminal. Generator status as active. Generator mode in maintenance. 2% output. Maintenance mode is active and minimal functions are available. The main menu. Modify generator mode to normal. Operating generator mode to normal. Sorry, updating. Disabling emergency lighting, activating facility lights, activating security protocols, that's the one. Air recyclers, new laboratory scent option selected, flushing all toilets, error in the toilets, and we've completed. Okay, and it's Auntie Cleo's. See the maintenance logs. View facility status report. Critical issues, there was 1. Non-critical issues, there's 2. Critical issue 1. A toilet. Really? It's a toilet? That's the critical issue? In the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Non-critical issues are sensors indicate Alta Vita gas is leaking from storage tanks. Why does she want so much of this gas? And is toxic to humans. Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the Alta Vita gas tank storage room. Repair the toilet. Error. Work order already exists. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last accessed that many days ago.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
My team has already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
I already activated the automechs. Your readout must be on a delay. Do I look like I need some old rust bucket as backup? No, we'll lie.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
Alright, guys, we gotta keep moving. Lots of these doors we can't even get through.
Can we talk?
Really, right now?
Watch your step.
Okay. High security containment. Checkpoint beta. Main menu. Security routines. The UDL Electro Floor 3000 is online. Disengage checkpoint security. Personal files. Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around docs. And that was it. Alright, well, our disguise is spent soon. here are the rooms. Okay, here we go.
Those subjects, they're still alive.
Dr. Charles McNulty. Current status alive. Unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Notes. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. In gratitude, Dr. Ava, Lorelei, James, and Claire. Oh, it's this guy. Subject. This is James. So, alive in extremely unstable condition. Stasis is active. Subject will need extensive nuclein resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this, I swear it. Please forgive us, Dr. Ava and Lorelei. Left a little message there for him. This is Claire. This is Claire. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resurrection devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. With love, Ava, Lorelei, and James. Well, some people in stasis. Let's see, security routines. Unlock personal quarters. That must be that one that's in front of us. Modify systems access protocol. Admin location Byzantium HCCVP 0257. Insert sublight override cartridge. And continue. We will return. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group. Purpose: biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team members: Chartand E. Fall L. Inactive team members: Guthrie, McNulty. Those are all those guys in there. Further, the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from halcyon native fauna. Classification C-Rapt. They're mixing their DNA with rapted DNA? Is that what's going on here? Redacted subject station morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success matrix once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work.
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce. Hold on a tick. Don't we know Chartrand? From Cascadia?
What? Alright. Not really much we can do here, but we got the job done. She's after the Alta Vita gas. Whatever happens with those guys, I don't really know about. Weren't able to make it in here either, were we? Perhaps we could.
I'll keep it down.
Right here. Shock cannon, ultra. Nice. Encode keycard. Error, no blank UDL card found. Messages from redacted subject closing down. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak with a spacer care. Approved. Alienist. The people that were here that left those messages were never coming back, it looks like. Personnel files on Guthrie. James is gone, and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of a tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Chief Kimball is next. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Alright, where's the door? Right there. We can go. No point in sticking around.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold.
Yeah, let's head back. We can let Lilia take care of that.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
Okay, with that done, journal. We still have yet to do this one, so maybe we'll do that one. Silent voices, we need to return to her. We need to find this guy on Scylla. Station, okay, we need to return to Lilia. That's going to Edgewater. And that's going to Scylla. So, I think maybe let's go to Scylla. Gosh, that's a long jaunt.
Destination reached. Scylla.
This rock. What can you tell me about
Welcome
this?
back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Ada, do you have a favorite among the crew? It's me, right?
Define favorite.
Someone you like the most, and it's gonna be whatever. Okay.
I see. And that...
Yeah, we already got that one. I could strip you down for parts, you know.
I would be very costly to replace, Captain. Not to mention that separating me entirely from the ship is next to impossible now. Was that all you wanted to ask me? You seem hesitant to discuss what's actually troubling you. Perhaps there is something you wanted to confess?
What? It was an accident. I killed your captain. It was an accident. I'm sorry. I'm one of the Lost Hope colonists, the scientist revived from hibernation. I have a secret phobia. I'm actually afraid of sock puppets. Secrets me keep from you? No. No, I guess.
Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself.
Your secret is that you are in love with Alex Hawthorne. Clandestinely plotting to take over Halcyon system.
How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment.
Your secret is that you're in love with Alex Hawthorne.
I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion.
Oh, she's mad. Are you sentient?
What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear.
You liar. Okay. I guess we're going to Scylla.
You got a second?
Yeah.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
I have to talk to Ellie, too. Oh, what's going through my head? Are you going somewhere with this? That's cute, Felix. What's her name? Shock and disbelief. Seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth.
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Well, it's obviously important. Let's go. You don't sound too sure about it.
The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know?
Well, you think he's in trouble?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
Well, if it's important to you, let's go.
Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
We need to talk to Ellie. And now we have 3 quests on Scylla to do. Max. Ellie. Ellie. Hi, Ellie.
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
This isn't about the money.
Uh-huh. Sure. Everybody's got an angle. I'm just wondering what yours is.
Alright, Phineas is trying to do good for the colony, and I want to help.
I knew a doctor like him once. He had a patient complaining of ankle pain, so he amputated the man's foot. Wasn't even the right one.
Nice.
Point is, good intentions don't count for shit. And nothing's more dangerous than a crusader with a cause.
Is this what you wanted to...
Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it?
Is this what you wanted him to talk to me about over there earlier? Alright, because it's the right thing to do. If Halcyon goes down, we all do. I'll do what I can to fix it. I did do 1 or 2. I've got no connections here, but if I play my cards right, I can come out on top. I think that's the answer she wants to hear, but...
Hate to say it, but the right thing rarely pays well.
You're right.
The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
I'm not going to become some corporate lackey.
Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to.
No one else will. Okay. Thanks for the advice. Aw, Ellie, I didn't know you cared.
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else?
You guys didn't get paid? What do you think about Zora and Sanjar coming to terms?
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting 4-letter words, I mean.
Just goes to show there's always a peaceful option.
Sure, and fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
You've got to try looking for the good in people.
In my experience, it's spread real thin. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Though, come to think of it, this whole episode reminds me of something I've been meaning to do.
And what's that?
I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick.
Funny, you don't strike me as the type to keep in touch.
Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
And now you just want to catch up with them?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see why you can't go and see them when it's convenient.
Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too?
Why would you want me to meet your parents?
Because it would be fun?
Level with me. What's this really about?
It's, well, they know me as Marilyn the Surgeon. They don't know Ellie the Pirate Sawbones. But you're authentic rabble. True riffraff. When they see you, they'll get it.
So you want to show your pleb friend off to your fancy parents? That's real mature.
Come on, I didn't leave home and become a pirate because I enjoy making responsible decisions.
It's not going to get weird, is it?
Of course not. I mean, not unless you want to bring a feral canid or a mantis on a leash. That'd make a real impression.
Alright, well, when we're on Byzantium, we'll go.
Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one.
I'll take care of dressing myself, thank you. What?
You're the boss. Anything else?
Well, what can you tell me about Byzantium?
It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced.
She seems angry about it. Why did you leave?
The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them.
What do you mean? It's called a society. That's exhausting. Well, what do you mean?
I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first.
So you had to deal with red tape. What of it? That would drive me crazy as well. Something tells me that was best for everyone involved. That would drive me crazy as well.
Now you see why I left. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony.
I need the lay of the land. Anything I should know?
Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile.
Okay, why not?
People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly.
Must have been interesting growing up there.
Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but I made the best of it.
Sounds like there's a but to the story.
Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile than, well, anything else.
Well, I guess that's enough about that.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, well, we're gonna head down to Scylla with Felix and Max at our side.
If I were a hermit, I'd choose to live on a desolate rock orbiting the middle of nowhere.
I only ever seen this asteroid on the pages of thrilling space adventures.
What the heck? It must be getting terraformed. Combat drones. Excuse me, Max. Okay. What, where do we need to go? We'll head over here first. Releasing heat, it seems. Maybe drilling, who knows. They've already established some roads here. The UDL terraformer.
This is a monument to man's intelligence and strength.
Wonder what it'd take to knock this over.
Oh, there it is, yeah. All this grass and stuff. Some sort of crystals on this rock. It's not huge. It's almost like they just dump everything.
Looks like some sort of habitation.
We're getting close to the hermit. I can feel it.
Unexpected.
Incoming!
Must be robots here. It's like, why would you establish a store if it's not terraformed yet?
You're an artist, Captain.
Okay, let's continue. TNL. Shotties. How about Felix? What do you got? 139. You getting that one now. Max. 164. Light machine gun for Max. Oh, okay. Felix, you're up. Felix deals increased damage to anyone who has negative reputation with you. Nobody I don't think does yet, but... Skills, let's do... And actually, let's do lockpick. Okay. Oh, I need some fancy clothes. We might keep those for Byzantium. What's this one look like? Not great. That's our helmet. 33. 46. Okay. Appears that they're only terraforming this small portion. It's a mining outpost. It makes sense. The old Hermit's Lodge. Oh, this is nice. What? Hello.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We were here to get this book translated, Max.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
She said she wasn't too interested in that truth talk. Look, can we just move along? No. Hermit lady, enough talk. How about you throw Max here a bone, huh? We've come a long way to help Max get some peace. Is there anything you can do to help us?
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
What happens if you're unprepared?
Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way.
Well, Max just said he was prepared, didn't he? What do you mean drugs, right?
A crass way to put it, but yes. Chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
Max did say he was prepared.
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
Hey, you leave Max alone. I'm committed to taking so many drugs as possible, so count me in as well. I'm not sure. Let me think this over. Wait, what? Oh, so we're either in or we're not in, I guess.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Okay. I thought Max was gonna do it. Why do we all have to go in? It's right there. Steal pep pills. Oh man, look at this place. Come on guys, everybody in. Let's hotbox it in here. Hey, close the door, Felix. Where'd the other two go?
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
If she's a hallucinogen, why am I seeing her too? Right, the first time. Max, this is all bull. Don't fall for it.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out. Always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place. Never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
What the heck? We came all this way, we ought to at least hear her out. Okay, Vision Mom, how about giving us answers instead of hollow platitudes? Don't listen to this crap, Max. You were right. This is all just a sick joke.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here.
I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
Holy crap, dude. Felix is here and he's just the worst. Seeing the truth is easier said than done. Your mom's right, Max. Your story blinded you to the truth and landed you in prison. How about we cut to the chase here, lady, huh? Figment? Shut this crap down, Max. You don't need this. Okay. We'll do one of the first two. Seeing the truth is easier said than done. I guess I'll go to the first one.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look where you are, Max. Trusting an unbalanced hermit with your sanity seems rational to you. Didn't your story push you to study band works to unlock secrets of the plan? I'd just do that one.
No, I just wanted to prove to my parents that damn it. You're right.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. To attain your goals, you must live in the chaos. Be fine with the chaos. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architect's plan you slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
If he does, he shouldn't. He's a better man than he gives himself credit for.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, Captain, but I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you, the contented you. Me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation because it will set us free, won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
Yes, please don't do that. I'm invested in being me. So you're going to convince Max he's not real? This should be interesting. The hermit may have been right. Listening to you talk seems to be driving me insane. So you're going to convince Max he's not real? This should be interesting.
The concept of Max is what's not real. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves?
You're doing great, Max. Do you think the hermit would mind if I throw up in the corner? I'm confused and nauseous. Well, mostly nauseous. The hermit was right. This is driving me mad. We'll do that one, I guess. Oh, we didn't make it.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
Alright, what happened?
I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect.
So the moral of your whole story is everything is perfect as it is? There's no grand plan, no architect. What the heck? Alright, well, I'm glad you found the answers to what you were looking for, Max. So you weren't as prepared as you thought? You've obviously gone insane. Really? Have you looked around the colony lately?
No, not perfect in that sense. But it is still perfect. It's all there to be experienced, to be lived.
I mean,
of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality, clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
There may be something to that. You seem happy, at least. Well, at least not angry.
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
You weirdo. Okay, gained tuned in perk. See details. Okay.
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
Existence is simpler with your eyes closed. It takes courage to open them. I'd ask what you both were talking about, but I'm afraid you'd answer. I'm tired of talking. I'm leaving. We should go now. Can we... What do we got for this stuff? Actually, what do we have for this stuff? Was it perception, right?
I hope your answers you have found are satisfactory. Not really. If they're satisfactory, they must be lies.
Okay, well, we're still on Scylla, so we're gonna do Felix's quest. Meet with Phineas's contact. That's not it. Once we do these couple of things on Scylla, we will return to the Groundbreaker and get this done. If we can, I don't know. But we can turn in a bunch of quests, I'll tell you that. Oh, we gotta do this too. Let me see something. Scrolling out. T. There's one. Okay, so this is the only other one we got. Solution vital. Find Captain Ryron, whatever, on Scylla. But then Byzantium. Felix wants to meet Harlow in person. Travel to his landing pad on Scylla to have a chat with him. Let's go to here, maybe. We might be on the wrong landing pad, I suppose. Oh, yep. Okay, well, we're not going to do that just yet. We need to go down to here. Okay, there we see it right there. We can go there. Captain Irion. It almost seems like something was growing here and now it's not. You know, a couple of things are needed to kind of maintain life. One big one is usually water. We'll try and avoid any hostiles. While we make our way to the captain. Oh, they're like alive and stuff.
Hey, outlaw. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Get down, get down, get back.
Might get out of this alive.
Can we do that again?
Captain?
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Captain Irion, I take it?
The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she?
She did.
I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense.
You had to be thanking me. You're lucky you're alive. Any idea what those pirates were after?
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
What corporation do you work for? Who are those meds for?
Supposed to be for the Groundbreaker, but getting shot tends to hinder one's delivery plans.
Why does the Groundbreaker need your bootleg drugs?
Hey, who are you calling bootleg? I'll have you know, these are 100% genuine stolen drugs.
Fine. Why does the Groundbreaker need your stolen drugs?
Because the board, in all their herpetological wisdom, will only sell the meds at a huge markup. Groundbreaker knows better than to pay board prices. Not when they've got me running for them. More importantly, they can't afford to.
What corporation do you work for, even?
Not a damned one. I'm a free man. There isn't a corporate snake that can hold down the inimitable Captain Irion.
Alright, well, what are you going to do now? Hopefully go back to the Groundbreaker.
Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late, then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
Okay. Well, with that done, we need to go here. Felix, we need to go to... Nope. We need to go here, but Harlow's base. Okay, let's go. We need Felix. We'll take Ellie as well. So maybe she'll say something. There's apparently a atmosphere here. Not far from the ground, I think.
Hey, you. Looking for something?
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going?
Felix Milestone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
I should have done the intimidating thing.
Got my sights on you.
We need to get into this place first. Oh, this appears to be the road. Come on, in. Outlaws.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these? Nothing to do but stand around and watch the stars go by.
Logs. Acquisitions. Independent freighter, Cat's Meow. Haul, contraband, and pharmaceuticals. Summary, brought down, salvaged cargo, ransomed crew. Independent freighters. Getaway sticks. Literature. Oh, submersive literature. Brought down, salvage cargo crew joined up. Werewolf is the freighter. Haul was engine parts. Brought down, salvaged the cargo crew, jettisoned in escape pod. As usual, we were able to intercept these ships, despite how cleverly they masked their heat signatures. Our patrons pulled through again, with that tracking data. Don't know how they get their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Memo. Crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Harlow. Harlow happens to be a space pirate. Little Easter egg there. Maybe. Last entry. Rule 1, Harlow's the boss. Screw the board is Rule 2. Rule 3, why are you still reading, pig? Wake up. If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you. Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's purple-berry-flavored opium. Screw rules and screw terminals. It's not a revolution if we're using the weapons they raised against us time and time again, from the front lines of the riots to the corporate sit-ins and error document. Captain's code has exceeded character limit. Exit. Really, Marlowe? Come on, guys, we're right there.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
I'll just let you two work this out.
I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. That's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but he's earned his keep with us.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Oh my goodness, with the revolutions. Good luck, he's the least reliable crew on a ship literally called the Unreliable. You expect me to just hand over my own crew? Go screw yourself. Then allow me to enlighten you. Felix is loyal to me. You want to put him through a test? Wait, you want to put him through a test? Isn't that a question?
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did this Trask do to deserve this? To deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you were letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you never backed down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
Alright, well, there's something else I'd like to ask.
Let's hear it.
You said you were working on something big.
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
It sounds like you've got some plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
So you're a band of outlaws living on the edge of an asteroid? Some revolution. What makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay.
I do agree with him on the first part of that statement. The board doesn't have a strong presence anywhere, I don't think. They don't seem to. Maybe on Terra 2 around Byzantium, for all I know. We can get in anywhere we wanted to. There was only 2 ships blockading Stellar Bay, and we got through, no problems. So, yeah, okay, so you're a band of outlaws living on the edge of an asteroid. Some revolution.
Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
Yeah, I don't know, he seems pretty genuine. Let's change the subject.
Something on your mind?
No, I don't think so. Okay, yep, alright, we're gonna go.
That Harlow reminds me of my old dentist, and not in a good way.
I don't know, he doesn't seem too bad.
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something?
Something about this feels a little strange. Are you sure you trust this guy?
I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
I think you're being too forgiving of this guy who abandoned you without a word.
Yeah, I'm still not over that. You'd think a grown man would know how to let go of his past. But I guess I'm just not there yet.
You were a kid, and he was like an older brother. That's not something you really get over.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Walking out on a kid when you're pretty much the only friend he's got? That's pretty damn low. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
So Something else I wanted to ask?
Yeah, boss?
Got a minute? I want to talk to you about this business. No. Hey, Felix, head back to the ship. Never mind. Well, now we can go back to the Groundbreaker and turn in some quests and... I like how they stand in the same spots. It'd be kind of nice if it changed up just a little bit. Yeah, anyways, we'll go back to the Groundbreaker.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
What the heck did we just watch?
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
Shut up, Ada. Not even my call, but I do like it.
If I have to listen to one more bloody tossball tournament, I will go mad. Or short circuit, rather.
We don't even have a TV in here. Hey guys, what do you think of putting a TV in here? Not on this wall. Well, yeah, on this wall. Let's move the dartboard here. And we'll put a TV right here. Big one. Watch some toss ball. Is flintlock? We can put some stuff away again. Okay, let's go and hit up the Groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Sweet. Ada,
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
You grossos. We need Felix. We'll take Sam with us to keep him away from Ada for a bit. Can turn in some quests first, I think.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch.
Rest and go, that's what's nice.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. What is this? Borst packet. What's this thing? Battered Mardet datapad, an old datapad once used by the Groundbreakers Mardet security forces. From the accumulated dust and grime, this hasn't been accessed for over a decade. Down on their luck, smugglers will often purchase old datapad in the hopes of finding clues to a forgotten cache of goods they can sell. What's this thing? A mining archive. Hephaestus mining outpost on Scylla can be viewed using the captain's terminal on the Unreliable. Well, we'll buy these things. A battered Mardet datapad. The old datapad contains incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crew of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. August 7th, 2344. Responded to a code ID 10T. Really? At the Lost Hope. Vera asked us to bounce some Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of the engineers, Tennyson's people. We got tossed the rung leech back down. We tossed the rung leech back down into the bays. Fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. If this is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sanita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with the rung leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity piker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing. Locked himself in the repair bay off docking slip 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty or some crap while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. Hull heads gotta come out eventually. Is there any more? No. That is it. We get a 47% discount. Okay, we're out of here. Okay, well, it turns out we gotta go back to Hawthorne's terminal, so let's do that. Search Hephaestus Mining archive cartridge for keyword weapon. Result 1 from the site supervisor's personal log. That captain sold Harris something called the rearranger, then left before we discovered the darn thing doesn't even work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech or a weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Result 2. From the site safety officer incident report, Doc Clawfield couldn't save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. Figure at least the site supervisor can do is fill out the forms for whatever that darn thing is. Don't know how I'm gonna detain Harris. Not like we got a prison cell on this rock. Result number 3 from Barber's Coronary Inquest. Given name, Lemuel. Family name, Harry Ford. Employment status, indentured. Contract term is 35 years, 2 months, 16 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes. Approximate. And that's what's remaining. Time of deceasement, 18:27 hours, approximately. Cause of deceasement, blunt force trauma. Weapon unknown. Took a good whack to the noggin. The facial area to be specifical about it. It's all twisted up to nose is 5 times too big. Jaw is shrunk to almost nothing. Teeth are all out of kilter. Though I suppose that was true pre-deceasement. If the blow itself didn't kill him, there's no way he could have breathed with all that damage. Ellie, you got this for me? What is this? Shots from Ellie. Ellie's ability, ricochet to a second nearby victim. Enemy victim. Same thing. Nayoka. When Nayoka is in the party, you deal increased sneak attack damage. That's cool. Parvati. When Parvati kills an enemy, you regain some of your tactical time dilation meter. Sam. Sam's ability always stuns auto mechanicals. Let's go back to the journal, please. Report to... okay. Turn... is it Ellie's parents? Okay, well, we can leave again. Felix, you can come with me again. And Sam. Just him? Yep, just him.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance enhancing stims. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating
Excuse me, guys.
Entering quiet mode. Mobilizing silence covers.
What? Why are there guys here? Go, go, go. Get him.
Resuming passive mode.
Nobody heard that? No, not a single person. Nice docking bay. It's actually kind of a cool ship. Small, but pretty sweet looking. The prismatic hammer.
Jackpot.
Acquire the science weapon on Scylla. Well, I'm sure we'll have to go back there. Logs, please. Discovery. While rummaging through the back bays, I discovered a very old hammersmith crate that seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery. A prototype hammer. I didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers, but I've brought it to my lab for a closer look. Now, how strangely it glows. The trail of its wake lingers while, even when my eyes are closed. Mystery. Entry 2, I've spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are state-of-the-art. Thermal, electrical, and chemical systems all working in harmony. How is this even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in circuitry and engineering, and many of its systems appear rigged against tampering. There's a curious energy signature swirling about the weapon, though I have yet to identify the source. The air tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. That's probably not great. Troubles. Entry 3. I have had the more sublime prismatic dreams since I invited the hammer into my bedchamber. Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signature matches Blondiot's elusive N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4: shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to neuter the self-destruct functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its elemental modes. I must take greater care with future experiments. And number 4, annihilation. I've taken the liberty of locking myself in the workshop. My tinkerings were all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfection. The hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things. But with a little ambition, we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson Halcyon is not ready to hear. Well, they've explained the hammer, I guess. Let's see it. And then it, as you swing it, it changes the type of damage that it does. It's pretty cool. I wonder if this wasn't the secret little room that it was talking about before.
This is Halcyon News.
You'd think that they would have, done something with this ship. Cleared it out and whatnot, but it seems they just don't care.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka.
Okay, we need M, please. Actually, let's go up here. Can turn this quest in.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
Hey, I'm finally back. You should stop drinking.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly.
Yeah, here's your data backup.
Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Sure. Now we will go and talk to that one person here. Wonder if there's anything new on the public terminal. There is not. Are they in the bar? She is in the bar. Excuse me, we're gonna... Hi.
You mind? Trying to have a moment here.
Sorry. I'm looking for a guy named Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me. I'm on the level. You can ask Junlei about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
I repaired the Groundbreaker's radiators for her. I'm one of Harlow's thugs. You can trust me. I'll say this one.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Got a few more questions for you.
Please, just make it quick.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
How much do you know about Harlow? We didn't bring him up. Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
Well, we didn't mention Harlow, so he didn't tell you anything about Harlow?
No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I.
How much do you know about this Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sound familiar, Felix?
So Clyde sent Trask the same message he sent me. What's the problem?
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
That's all we needed to know. I'll be leaving.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
That's odd. Now he wants this guy killed. Something's not on the up and up anymore.
CNP Force Pocket. Steady macro. Force Pocket.
Lilia, good news.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive. You'll also find auto mech salvage awaiting new owners.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. We might have figured that out already.
Ugh, I can't do that one. This is about your cloak and dagger warnings. I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
The truth about human tailbones? No. You had my interest, now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Sure. I guess that depends on what we're talking about. This had better be good. Yeah, I can do it.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some aetherwave serial millstone. This is reality. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
What the heck?
Your crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Yeah, a lot now. This is completely insane. Skip to the part where I get paid. No. Yeah, a few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, you're talking... What are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep, alright, I get that. I haven't seen any evidence of aliens, though.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you? Enough. Tell me what needs to be done. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
She was the one on the ship that we just took. Sounds messy, but I'll take the job. Murder isn't covered under my contractor employment agreement. Why does Chartlin need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Yeah, I saw it. When did Sublight get so principled? Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Ah, now it makes sense. The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil. I guess I can do that.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Well, it sounds messy, but I'll take the job. Where does Cartran fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Alright, well, it sounds messy, but we'll take the job.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
We'd better go, but we are going to listen to her. I don't know about how much of this alien stuff I believe. Only, you know, there's no aliens here at all. Nothing to point at that. Seems like an empty system. Yes, we will do that.
That requires no
Where's
mixing.
the...
Seriously, don't mix it.
Oops. Hey!
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, these guys. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's back on Scylla. That is for Byzantium. This one's for Byzantium. That one's for Byzantium. This one's for Emerald Vale. And this one's for Emerald Vale. So we have 2 on Emerald Vale, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on Byzantium, and then these 2 guys here, which we won't do those just yet. Well, that was a lot for this episode. That was quite a bit. But with that being what it is, what we're going to do is head to... that's not... We're going to head to... I have a feeling we're going to go back to Scylla. We don't want to go to Byzantium yet. We will go to Emerald Vale. That is back on Terra 2. So, with that, we're going to end this episode here. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Do all the things that YouTube wants you to do. And if you didn't like the video, please do give it a dislike, but tell me why you didn't like it. I do appreciate everyone and anyone for watching. With that, I will say, have a good one, and bye for now.